This is how the top 1% quietly control their money and why most people never will. The biggest difference between the top 1% and everyone else is how much they earn. It's how they think about money. Most people treat money like something that comes in and goes out. The 1% treats money like a system that must be controlled, directed, and multiplied. They don't wait to have enough to start managing it. They build habits early and scale them as their income grows. Imagine two people earning the same salary. One spends first and saves whatever is left. The other saves and invests first, then spends what remains. Over time, that small shift creates a massive gap. The one person understands that money is a tool, not a reward. They assign every dollar a purpose before it's even spent. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" they ask, "Is this the best use of my money right now?" This mindset alone separates wealth builders from paycheck to paycheck living. If you want to manage money like the 1%, you must stop reacting to money um, and start controlling it with intention. Another powerful habit the 1% follows is paying themselves first. No matter what, before bills, before shopping, before lifestyle upgrades, they automatically move a portion of their income into investments. This isn't optional for them, it's non negotiable. Think of it like a bill you owe to your future self. For example, if someone earns $3,000 a month and invests 20% consistently, that's 600,000. 600 working for them every month. Now compare that to someone who waits to see what's left and ends up saving nothing. Over years, the difference becomes life changing. The 1% doesn't rely on discipline alone, they automate their process. Money is transferred into investment accounts. The money it arrives. There is no emotional decision making involved. This removes the temptation and builds consistency. Even if you start small, say $50 or $100 a month, the habit is what matters. Because once your income grows, that habit scale with you. The key lesson here is simple. Don't trust your future self to save. Build a system that does it for you. The 1% also focuses heavily on growing their income instead of just cutting expenses. Most people try to save money by limiting spending, which has a ceiling. You can only cut so much, but increasing income has no limit. Wealthy individuals invest time in skills, business, and opportunities that increase how much they earn. For instance, instead of obsessing over saving $5 on coffee, they focus on learning a skill that can earning them an extra 500 a month. These shift in focus change everything. It's not that they ignore expenses, they just don't rely on cutting costs as their main strategy. A simple example, someone who earns $40,000 a year and saves 10% will save $4,000. But if they increase their income to $80,000 while maintaining the same lifestyle, their saving can double or even triple. The 1% understands that your income is your biggest wealth building tool. They invest in themselves first through education, networking, and experiences that expand their earning potential. Another key strategy is that 1% make their money work for them through investments. They don't just say, they grow. Keep money, Keeping money in a saving account might feel safe, but it loses value over time due to inflation. Wealthy individuals put their money into assets like stocks, real estate, or businesses that generate returns. For example, if someone invests 1000 and earns an average return of 8% annually, that money compounds year after year. Over decades, this turns into something very massive. The magic here is compounding growth earning returns on your returns. The earlier you start, the more powerful it becomes. The 1% doesn't try to time the market perfectly. They stay consistent. They understand that time is the market beats timing the market. Even during downturns, they keep investing because they know long term growth is what matters. Managing money like the 1% means shifting from a saving mindset to an investment mindset. Your goal isn't just to protect money, it's to multiply it. The 1% avoids lifestyle inflation. which is one of the biggest traps that keeps people from building wealth. Lifestyle inflation happens when your spending money increases and your income increases. You get a raise and suddenly your expenses rise to match it. The 1% does the opposite. When their income grows, they increase their investment first and upgrade their lifestyle later. If it all, for example, instead of immediate buying a luxury car after a salary increase, they might invest that extra income for several years. This creates a strong financial foundation before any major lifestyle changes. It doesn't mean they never enjoy their money. It just means they prioritize long term wealth over short term gratification. A person earning $100,000 but spending $95,000 is not wealthy. But someone earning $70,000 and investing $25,000 consistently is building real wealth. The 1% understands that looking rich and being rich are completely different. They choose the second one. Another overlooked habit is that the 1% tracks their money closely. They know exact where their money is going, how much they are investing, and what their net worth is. This doesn't mean they obsess over every small expenses, but they maintain awareness. Think of it like running a business. If you don't track numbers, you can't improve them. For example, if someone realizes they are spending $500 a month on unnecessary subscriptions or impulse purchases, that's $6,000 a year that could have been invested. Awareness creates control. The 1% regularly reviews their finance, adjusts their strategies, and looks for ways to optimize. They don't ignore problems, they fix them early. Even a simple monthly review of income, expenses, and investments can put you ahead of most people. Managing money like the 1% is about complexity, it's about clarity and consistency. Finally, the 1% plays the long game. They don't chase quick money or overnight success. They focus on building wealth slowly and steadily over time. These requires patience, discipline, and a clear vision. For example, someone who invests consistently for 20 to 30 years will almost always outperform someone who tries to jump in and out of opportunities chasing fast profits. The 1% understands that wealth is not built in months, it's built in decades. They stay committed even when progress feels slow. They don't panic during market drops or get overly excited during booms. They remain steady. This mindset is what protects and grows their wealth over time. If you want to manage your money like the 1%, you need to think long term. Every financial decisions you make today should benefit your future self. Because in the end, wealth isn't about luck, it's about habits repeated consistently over time. If you like the video, please consider subscribing my channel and like the button. Stay healthy, stay wealthy.